What's up guys, Bobby here with Samson Sewing Co. We're going to discuss the pillar pouch in this video and describe, what exactly is this pouch. And I specifically designed this pouch around the Trex Arms TRAAPS chest rig or the Trex Arms assault panel, and as well as the Spiritus Systems microfight. And before we even discuss what you can fit in here, what exactly this pouch is, let me give you a look at how this is mounted on the chest rigs that I designed this around, so you guys can get a better idea of what exactly it is. So here we have a Trex Arms TRAAPS chest rig, and it's specifically designed for these two kind of admin pouches on the side that have an inner loop of Velcro, which would turn on the pillar pouch, the mounting system of hook on the outside of each pouch to directly mount on the inside of this. So as you can see on this chest rig, there is loop on each side, on each pocket, front and back sides, and that's how you would mount this to it. As well as here I have a Spiritus Mark V that's kind of stripped down right now just to show you of the inner loop field. And these pouches would basically work with any chest rig or pouch that has a loop field on the inside, because that is exactly how these guys mount with using the hook Velcro attachment system. So let's go ahead and show you guys what these look like inside of the chest rig. So in order to get these in here the best way possible, I think, I like to shove a hand in here on both sides, slide it down and kind of walk it in. It's going to be the easiest way. And then it's what's nice and seated, and then you could patent it up so the Velcro of the hook and loop kind of stick to each other. Here I have some identifiers, because this is what I use mine for, as a med pouch. And let's go ahead and insert this other side here. Again, just going to take two hands and we're just going to kind of walk it in. All right, we're going to cover both hands and kind of walk it in, because otherwise if you don't do it that way, it'll keep getting stuck on each side and won't be seated right. So that is your Trex Arms TRAAPS chest rig with two pillar pouches from Samson Sewing Co. Now you can see why I called it the pillar pouches, because they kind of have resemble pillars on each side. Let's discuss what exactly you can fit in these guys. But that's basically how it looks. All right, and I love the way it looks, and it just brings more, options to carry certain things. Like I like to carry a water bottle, and without these pouches, you have kind of like this bungee retention system, kind of like how you have here, that isn't the best for holding like water bottles or like a full med kit, and things can kind of fall out of there. So that's why I designed this pouch to better, I guess, secure items in that regard. Let's put that aside here. Okay, now that we've seen what they look like inside of the chest rigs that they were designed for, and that would work in basically a Haley strategic micro chest rig as well, anything again with that loop inner lining. So let's go ahead and talk about what we can fit inside these suckers. So this is my med kit. This is what I run on my Trex Arms TRAAPS chest rig, and I'm going to show you exactly how much med I can fit in here. So again, on the top here we have the identifiers, that's my blood type, and then med, just so people can see exactly what's in this pouch if they're looking for med on me, so they don't have to burn through their own, right? So this is pretty much packed to the full too, and as you can see here, it's going to fit all of this without causing too much stress to the seams or the threads or the zipper or anything like that. So let's go ahead and break this down. On the top here, we just have some basic nitro gloves, kind of self-explanatory. These are kind of a must-have. And then we have some basically combat gauze, quick lot. We have one NAR, responder compressed gauze, and two compressed gauze. We have trauma shears that can fit inside. I don't really run mine like this. I run mine behind the chest rig on the outside, so I can get to them a little faster. But just to showcase, you can shove full trauma shears as well in here and have a fully enclosed system, which I do like and appreciate. We have 2 chest seals, 3, 4 chest seals, some burn tech, some more quick clot, a dart, and then an entire NAR emergency trauma dressing. So that's a lot. That's quite a lot of med you can fit in here. So you can see shoving all of this inside of an admin pouch that just has a bungee retention system. You know, this isn't very ideal for that. But when you take a pillar pouch and you use it for a med pouch, kind of like this, it makes the items a little bit more secure. So this is how I like to run it on the other side. Again, all these come with loop identifier field on the front, so you can slap whatever morale patches you want. And again, the mounting system of Velcro on each side, and that's the mounting system. So, and here we just have basically a water filtration kit. This is aqua potable tablets here, an entire water bottle, 16 ounce, and a water filter with a little bit of room to spare at the top and maybe on the sides. But when you actually put this in the pouch, this kind of bunges up, at least on the TRAAPS chest rig. It kind of gets a little tighter to pull things out, so they're a little bit more secure. So that's a full water filtration kind of basically kit that you can make out of these pouches, and you can just have your water, which is kind of a big deal. I do like to carry water on my chest rig when I can, but again, without the pillar pouch, you're kind of stuck with the bungee retention system, and you're just, you know, let's say you take a fall, these guys might fall out. This guy's definitely going to fall out unless it's on the bottom. And so it just goes to show you what the pillar pouch can actually do and how I use mine. So I use mine basically for med, and then basically a water filtration kit. So anyways, move that over to the side again. And then finally, here is a pillar pouch in Ranger Green, and there is 3 P mags in here. So this camera keeps moving on me again, guys. Sorry about that. So basically 3 P mags in here. And this one's in Ranger Green. I'm making these only in Ranger Green, Multicam, and Woodland at the moment. But these will fit 3. But I like it more ideally for 2. 2 is much more comfortable, easier to get in, easier to get out, and just kind of you can double your mags on here in just one pillar pouch. This is exactly what you can fit in here. Now you could put other things in here, which we're going to discuss as well in the breakdowns of how these actually look while on the chest rig. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Okay, so this is how it looks on the TRAAPS chest rig, fully loaded out. Again, basically the same med in here that I have. We'll just go ahead and empty it out real quick. Compressed gauze ×2, combat gauze, nitro gloves, and then I only keep 2 chest seals in here. Keep my dart in there, Burn Tech, and then the Israeli bandage right here. And then on the back side, because T-Rex arms, the TRAAPS chest rig has another little sleeve back here, is where I keep my trauma shears on the outside. That way I can get to them fast, and then as well as just in a chest seal that I can get to faster and easier, and then some quick clot. Now you can bungee this up back here for some extra peace of mind and to be safe rather than sorry. But I found when the chest rig is worn against your body that it tightens up back here and you don't need the bungee. It kind of just gets in the way. So I can easily just take this out and cut some clothing, or I use these to cut MRE packages and many different uses for scissors. So I use these not just for medical, so it's nice to have a fast access to a tool back there. And then obviously on here, as you can see, this is what the pillar pouch looks loaded out. And again, in here I just have a water bottle, but instead of the filter, I run some snacks in here. So these are some good beef sticks from Wyoming Authentic. No, I'm not. This isn't a paid advertisement. Neither is this a paid advertisement for T-Rex arms. The guy doesn't even know who I am. I just bought this chest rig. I think it's a great chest rig, and I wanted to design a product that I think is superior and that can make this a better experience, especially when it comes to securing items. So this is not a paid sponsorship. This is my own company that I made these pouches for. And I really do think that they changed the entire dynamic of this chest rig. When it's all said and done, you have, I think, a better option that you're adding to these. Now these are going to be $50 each. So for the pair, it's $100 plus tax and shipping. So they are priced kind of competitively. But they are handmade by my own hands, so this isn't some mass-produced item. I make these by hand, and I use nothing but the best berry-compliant NIR and IR-friendly materials with YKK zippers Even my posi lock here is Berry compliant. The Velcro, zippers, zipper sliders, everything is Berry compliant on these pouches. That is going to wrap up the pillar pouch, but before we go, let's show it on a different option. This is a Spiritus Systems microfight that's kind of decked out here. I have a Blue Force Gear 10-speed on the front, which really changes the dynamic of this chest rig when you add the pillar pouches. Obviously, as you can see, it just changes the look of it and gives it a nice, versatile option. In the front here, very similar to the last one, I use this pouch as a water filtration kit. So I have my water bottle, aqua tablets, and then my water filter. This is a Sawyer, so it directly threads right into the water bottle, and you can just drink on the go, basically. So I really do like this setup. Instead of digging in your pack for different things and trying to find a filter, it's just already on your chest rig for more of like a recreational type hunting, or just ride around your ATV on your ranch and do some scouting really quick. I think this is a nice option for that. And then on this side is a full MRE broken down, well actually 2 MREs broken down. And this is a little bit of a tight fit in here, but it all fits in here. These are 2 MREs kind of broken down, picking and choosing what I want, but the 2 main courses are here with some snacks, teriyaki beef stick, jalapeno cheese, if you know, you know, and some tortillas. So again, this is a lot of food, just packed in one pillar pouch that you can, boom, on the go. So just grab a Mark V chest rig decked out like that and be ready to rock and roll with food and water. And you could have 3 mags in the front here. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and show you what that looks like loaded out. So I definitely wanted to show this option because this is a big deal. This is one of my favorite ways to carry or to leave it staged with my rifle, because it's such a compact package here with the 10-speed on the front of the Mark V microfight chest rig and on the 2 pillar pouches. So right here you have 3 full 30 rounders in each. And I do prefer the Gen 1s because they don't have that lip when it comes to the 10-speed. You know what I'm talking about. You definitely have ran into issues when it comes to reinserting these with the lip on it, but you can get 1, 2, 3. And then on here, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this small little package. For me personally, I do like to carry some smoke on the sides, and then pair it up. You can pair that up with a nice dangler to have your med underneath. So it's just a really small kind of grab and go package, you know, QRF status, where you can just really fit 7 mags in just this tiny little package, which I really do love, as well as another option of what you can do with these pillar pouches. Another thing before you guys go, thank you guys for watching. Before you guys go, let me just go ahead and move this to the side here. I forgot to mention that you can fit 3 whole tourniquets in here. Tourniquets are like this kind of bulky, weird, awkward item, but you can fit 3 tourniquets in here. I just tend to carry my tourniquet in a fanny pack or a hanger. So that's why you guys didn't see the tourniquets in the pillar pouches, but you can totally fit maybe just 1 of these in here with some med and reconfigure it how you guys want to. But these are very versatile. And to finish off the video, let's just talk about the dimensions and the specs really quick. So the dimensions are, let's see what we got here, from top to bottom, about 9 inches in height. And then depending on how you load this out, the width is going to change on here, but let's say it's completely flat. It's going to be about 5 inches, but that's never going to really be completely flat, unless it's empty, I guess. But when it's loaded up, it's more or less going to be kind of bulging out a little bit like that. I would say around 3.5 to 4 inches. And then the depth, say, obviously you can do it flat and, you know, be less than 1 inch, but fully loaded out, it can be up to, I'd say, 2.5 to 3 inches. So there's your dimensions, and again, this is all Berry compliant, made in America material, multicam. Everything from my Samson Sewing Co. tags are Berry compliant, NIR friendly, so it's not going to light up in the middle of the night under nods, and that means a lot to me. So this is a handmade product by me, made in America, By buying this product, you can support small business, you can support America, and you're buying and getting a pouch that is handmade with the best materials on the market. So this is Bobby with Samson Sewing Co. Thank you guys for watching this video and demonstration of the pillar pouch.